Welcome to the Kingdom Podcast, featuring Commissioner Christine King, where all voices are heard.
Welcome to the Kingdom Podcast. I am your host, Christine King, Chairwoman of the City of Miami Commission and Commissioner for District 5. We are here in the beautiful historic Lyric Theater, and I'm joined today by Director David Gilbert of the City of Miami Human Services Department. Welcome to the Kingdom Podcast.
Thank you for having me, Madam Chair.
I don't know why it took me so long to get you on this podcast, other than you're shy.
Extremely.
But the residents of Miami, we need to know what your department is responsible for and how you serve this community.
In our department, we like to say any service to a human is what it is that we do. There might not be a particular niche for a certain item, but if there's something that is needed by businesses and or constituents and residents, we try to make it happen. So I give you an example. Our department oversees homeless activities. We have our own workforce division. We operate 3 childcare centers in District 5.
I know.
We also do health initiatives, and we also do age-friendly initiatives for our older population and many, many more things. But in a nutshell, that's what it is.
Everything for a human.
Yes.
Everything for a human. I love that. What do you do for our elderly population?
We provide them with information on how to navigate government, the difference between the county, the difference between the city, the difference between the county commissioners and the city commissioners. We work with them as far as employment opportunities with AARP if they're looking to go back to work.
Oh, wow. Could I get you to come to some of my community meetings? Like, for instance, I have coffee with the commissioner at different elderly residences. Would you be able, or someone in your staff be able to come with me to share the information that you have for our seniors?
There is no way I could ever tell you no. So the answer to that question is yes.
I would love that. I think they would also benefit from the services that you are providing.
Absolutely. I'll give you an example. Because most people think of the department as just doing homeless, but we do so much more. So I'll give you an example. For last year, fiscal year, in our workforce division, we placed 888 people back to work within the city of Miami at an average wage rate of $17 an hour, which had a net economic impact of $38 million back to the city of Miami. So those are things that we do that most people don't know, and it's not really spoken about.
So what kind of jobs did you, and what were the age ranges of people that benefited from that program?
We work with individuals that are in high school, so we have a very good working relationship with the Chick-fil-A's downtown, and they have scholarship programs, so students that want to work and pursue college degrees, we try to steer them that way so they can get a head up as far as going to college as well. But we work with the county, we work with the school board, and we also work with the city in placing individuals and having people get jobs within the city of Miami and finding qualified people for city departments.
I love that. I really, and I didn't know you guys were doing that. Like, I follow this young lady on YouTube, and she was able to get her high school diploma and college experience. I'm not sure if she graduated, but I know through McDonald's, and she's a manager at McDonald's, but she takes us through her life as a manager working at McDonald's. She had her own makeup business and was making quite a bit of money, and then kind of got burnt out from that, but still had to pay bills. And she found herself working at McDonald's, and she's now a manager. Very inspiring. So having young people go to Chick-fil-A and they offer scholarships, and because everybody's path is different.
It's different.
And everybody doesn't have the resources to go from high school straight to college, live in a dorm, et cetera, et cetera.
And that's a little bit about what I can say different about my background, because, I spent 20 years with workforce development. So connecting with different platforms as far as economic development is concerned and job creation and services that are out there. So because I have that expertise and former experience with career source and workforce development, I'm able to connect individuals that may not qualify for traditional scholarships or Pell, and maybe qualify them for services and get them education through workforce grants.
I love that. I'm really going to have you come and speak to my constituents, because That would be amazing. And does the city partner also, like, because I know the city has job openings, and so does the city HR department partner with your department?
Yes, we do.
That's good. So we get some folks placed within the city of Miami.
Absolutely. I'm actually working with GSA. They're having difficulties with their heavy equipment helpers and mechanics, and we're actively recruiting external forces to help GSA to fulfill their positions. And they're having a difficult time because nobody really wants to do that particular skill set at this point. But we're looking at even creating an apprenticeship program specifically for GSA so they can hire individuals and ensure that they qualify for that particular job.
Do you go around to the different high schools in the city of Miami and promote this program?
Yes, we do. We partner with the grants department and their recruitment of Miami Connect, and we work with them. So we do actually employability trainings for all of the Miami Connect staff or students that come into the city. We help them with employment opportunities while they're with the city, and then we actually help them recruit when they go out to the different schools within the high schools within the city of Miami.
That is amazing. What about, do you work with Greater Miami Service Corps?
Miss Debbie Dorset is amazing. I have been working with Miss Debbie for, I want to say, almost 20 years.
Really?
Since I've actually started working in the workforce world, I have been working with Miss Dorset. And actually, when we had opera funding, my department actually funded Miss Dorset as well.
Through my grants that I have, I fund Greater Miami Service Corps as well. And I guess I might know Debbie a little longer than you. I used to work with her when I worked at Miami-Dade Community Action Agency. Greater Miami Service Corps was under the CAA umbrella, and that's how I met Debbie, and that's why I continue to support the program, because I know what a wonderful job she does with our youth.
And the youth that she trains are a platform to the services that we provide because she refers them out to us
Okay.
once they're getting ready to end their particular program.
I'm glad that there's that connection, because they're an awesome bunch.
When the city had the actual workforce grant, when I was with the city the first time back from 2013 to 2017, when I was the director of the workforce grant at Lindsay Hopkins, pretty much every morning I used to have coffee with Debbie on the way to work.
Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. Full circle moment.
Yes.
Full circle moment. I love that. And these are the things, I don't think the city promotes this enough, what you guys are doing.
We do a lot of social media campaigning within the department, but yes, one of the asks from administration was to ensure that some of the services that we provide get out there a little more. So I'm not sure if you've seen the campaign. We're just finishing up our EKG campaign, which is a health initiative that we run every summer where we provide free EKGs to residents and students ages 5 to 21 at city parks. And we started this program back in 2018. And since 2018, we've done over 2,000 EKG screenings with an in-kind savings to city residents of $1.2 million.
Wow.
In free services.
I know, because I did a little promo for that program. Early detection saves lives.
Preventative care is
Hearts matter.
Yes.
Hearts matter. I love that. I really do. But yeah, I think you need to take your services on the road. Like, I definitely want you to come. I'm going to invite you to our meetings that we have, that I have in the community, because I would like my community to know more about the programs and services that your department offers. And fun fact, while social media is a platform, it's not, for me, my experience, it's not the best platform, particularly when we're speaking about our older population. And I'm going to include myself in the older population, because before I got elected, I had no social media footprint at all. No MySpace, no Facebook, no Instagram. I don't have TikTok. I don't know what TikTok looks like. I don't get my information from there. Now, I am on YouTube. I am a student of YouTube University. I learned how to do my hair for all the girly girls, curly girls looking. This is YouTube, but I get my information from YouTube. I learned how to crochet from YouTube. I enhance my performance, my running performance, my marathons by looking at folks that are doing it, getting advice. YouTube is informational for me. I don't look to Instagram, although I do have Instagram, and it is another platform to get information out. I don't think we can replace the human
Interaction.
contact,
Yes.
and telling people in person, this is what we do. This is, because you may miss a segment of the population.
Agree. We do a lot of presentations we used to in the past with the Hadley Park Association. They're very, very active.
They are.
They have my cell phone number, and they call as soon as they need anything. Is in regards to services, whether it's employment opportunities for individuals in the community, whether it's homeless individuals that may be in the particular area to get them services, or if it's just information to somebody to help them, or a business that they may be talking to and helping them, find economic incentives and to hire people.
What is the handle of your department's social media?
It's City of Miami DHS.
City of Miami DHS. And being under the City of Miami umbrella, sometimes it's hard to find because this podcast falls under the City of Miami. And if you're just looking for the Kingdom podcast, it's very hard to get it. I can't find it on YouTube, and I'm the host, right? So I'm going to do something about that, though. When did you start with the City of Miami?
This is a funny story. So I started in February. My second stint was.
So you worked and left and came back?
Yes.
Okay.
So I was with the city for 4 years. Then I left to go to the county. I was with the county for 7 years.
What department?
Workforce development, as far as career source. So I was the
Okay.
program manager and the assistant director of Career Source South Florida, better known as South Florida Workforce Investment Board. And then I got hired back with the city doing similar work as the AD of Human Services in February of 2023.
Okay.
Shortly after I came back, the director came into my office and said, "Hey, I did not hire my assistant director. I hired my replacement, and he retired."
Who was that?
Willie Poirot.
Okay, I don't know if I know him, but I was elected November 2021, so I must have had some interaction with him. But I only always remember you.
And so from that day, I'm assuming I got promoted officially in August, but I was interim in April,
Really?
2 months after I started.
Wow. And you've been here ever since.
Ever since. And I don't plan on going anywhere because I love what I do. I love the staff. I love the ability to hire staff. And I love the ability just to work with the community and provide services, being a public servant.
That's important when you love what you do because that translates to giving good services. Like, it's not a chore.
No.
And the job that you do, you have to have a passion for it.
And I mean, in all walks of life, from any aspect of the divisions that we oversee, whether it's the teachers that we hire to deal with our little ones, whether it's the individuals that are helping individuals either career ladder or get a job, or the individuals that we have that are working with our homeless populations and our older population. So everybody has to have some sort of compassion for what it is and what division that they work in.
Right. Now let's get to serving our houseless population, as that's a big thing. How are we doing in Miami with respect to our homeless, houseless individuals?
We can speak in terms of twofold. We can speak in terms of the city and we can speak in terms of the county. The city of Miami census count for the last 4 years is at its lowest since I've been here. We range and hover between, whether it's a winter or a summer count, anywhere between 500 to 600 unhoused street homeless individuals. And you're talking about a population of the city of Miami close to 500,000 individuals. We don't have a homeless population within the city. We have a very transient homeless population within the city. And the city has some things that it's challenged with because all of the services for unhoused individuals are located within the city
Yes.
of Miami. So, you have those challenges. But from a perspective of the services that we provide and the actual city itself and the investment that the city makes into homeless, you don't see that anywhere across the country. Um, when we were doing the numbers for the upcoming commission, and this doesn't include some of the departments that work with our unhoused population. The city had an investment well over $20 million last fiscal year into homeless activities, whether it was providing support to some of the nonprofit and service providers, whether it was providing funding to for our hotel motel program and services, wraparound services to the individuals that we are providing services to. So the city has a substantial investment into ensuring that at someday we're going to get to that functional zero.
Functional zero.
Yes.
I'm here for functional zero. I know you guys do a good job. I see it. I see it in District 5. I'm a big advocate for our houseless population. I was a board member with the Camilla's House prior to being elected, and I know that we have to govern ourselves with compassion and humanity as our guides. And with the addition of Judge Leifman's mental health facility for homelessness, that is going to really be a game changer for our community, correct?
Yes, and that's because it's not a one size fits all when you're dealing with the unhoused population. Everybody has a unique story. Everybody has a different circumstance, and you can't just push one person into shelter because it might not be the way to go. Judge Leifman is for those that are truly severely ill and are coming in contact with our justice system far too many times. They're not getting the services that we need, but it's also being able to create opportunities for affordability that we need too, because we could reach functional zero. We have close to 1,600 people in shelters as of today. If we had more truly and truly affordable housing, it will create a pipeline to help individuals to get to affordability and be able to have permanent supportive housing. The $8 million investment that the city had into the Hideaway Bay in Cutler Bay now permanently houses 60 city residents that are 55 and over that was experiencing homelessness. They have permanent supportive housing.
That is an amazing story. And it takes leadership. It takes leadership because I understand for real affordable housing for a houseless population, it has to have deep subsidy.
Yes.
Deep subsidy. And I don't think a lot of people get that.
It's the city investment was partnering with the Homeless Trust to acquire so they can control what that rent looks like, knowing that anybody that has a lease in there will never pay no more than 30% of their earned income. So if they're receiving Social Security, maybe for $1,000, they're not paying any more than $300 in rent.
We need that.
Yes.
We absolutely need that. And I've visited different cities across the U.S., and I see what real homelessness looks like.
Correct.
In different cities, like pandemic homelessness, and 500 to 600, while one is too many.
Yes.
That's not a lot compared to what we are experiencing in other cities in the U.S.
When you say functional zero, it's possible. And we continue with the investments and the acquisitions and creating the pipeline for permanent supportive housing. We can get there, and we can get there a lot faster than most people think.
I'm looking forward to that. Someday saying, hey, we are at functional zero. We are at functional zero. I am looking forward to that because I think everyone should have a safe, decent place to lay their head. No matter. Everyone should have a safe, decent place to lay their head. And I was amazed when I went to Paris that it's in their constitution that everyone should have
Yes.
a place to lay their head. In the Constitution, that talks about a country's commitment to its residents, its citizens.
And I think we as a city are moving in that realm. It's not just thinking about getting somebody off the street. It's also the long term. How do we work through that from that person, from the streets to permanent supportive housing? We even adapted a model to take people from the streets straight into permanent supportive housing. So, we're not trying to bottleneck the system. We're just trying to figure out a way to help each and every one.
And I love with the new treatments, like the injectables, it helps it helps to clear the mind so that you can communicate with them. And I love how the team goes out and establishes a relationship to establish trust before sometimes they go to shelter.
It's not as easily just walking up to someone and saying, hey, I have some services for you to provide. And they're apt to believe that that exists. So, yes, we take coffee to some of our unhoused population. We buy pastelitos to earn their trust, to be able to say, hey, let me help you out of this situation. These are the things that I can do for you.
Do you see many children that are houseless?
We do, but it's families. It's individual families that just may have lost their job and their rent rolls have went up and they're just not able to afford. But we have a fast track for families that are experiencing.
Oh, that's good to hear. So are families more likely to accept services?
Yes.
Okay.
When there are minor children involved, the answer to that question is yes.
Okay. That's good to know. Good to know. How did you get involved in this? Where did you go to school? Are you a Miami native?
I am, but that's a funny story as well. I was born in Mount Sinai, where my grandmother was a pharmacy tech for 44 years before she retired.
Wow.
I grew up in back then it was the Bunch Park, Opelika area, but now it's considered Miami Gardens. And
I'm familiar with Bunch Park, Opelika.
and when I got into the 10th grade, I moved with my father to Tallahassee.
Okay.
And so I actually graduated. I'm probably one of few people from Miami that have a high school diploma from Florida A&M University High School, which is FAMU DRS, and a bachelor's degree in early childhood education from FAMU.
Oh, okay. You're a rattler.
Yes, I am.
I understand. I understand.
In my early days, I wanted to actually be a kindergarten teacher.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh. Another one of my YouTubers that I follow, Mr. Holmes, come in the room, come in the room, come in the room. I think he's a third grade teacher, and he's funny. He does this thing where he talks about what the kids have said to him for that week, and some of the things are just so comical that that's sharing a little bit about my YouTube.
It's a challenging field, but it's needed because I think at the time that I was pursuing it, we needed more male role models
Yes.
in the community, and not just our football coaches. We needed individuals in the classroom to be able to say that there are male mentors out there. But I also am a numbers guy, and I like figures, and I was thinking about impact. So if I was a teacher for 30 years, how many lives would I affect? And when I moved back home and I became a case manager, I used to be a case manager for individuals receiving welfare. And the impact was so far greater because when I can get somebody off of welfare, I can get them services for their kids, I can get them a job. I was affecting entire households and not just singular kids. And so I was helping thousands upon thousands of people become self-sufficient. And that's how I ended up in this line of work.
Wow. Did you ever consider working for the Department of Children and Families?
No.
No. That's some tough work.
It
That
really
is tough work.
But our partnership, when I was in the workforce world, we had a very good partnership with children and families to the point where we had staff actually working. We were doing the employment piece while children and families did the eligibility and some of the other issues that they have, that they deal with.
Oh, well, that's wonderful. Now, we are coming to the time in my podcast where I ask you a couple of personal things.
Okay.
Like, what are you reading now?
The Bible.
You're reading the Bible?
Yes.
Really?
A lot more
Really?
than I used to do in the past. Yes.
That is important.
I think it is. And I think our faith and understanding the word is very important when you're dealing with individuals that have the needs that we deal with on a daily basis. And you want to just make sure that your faith is there, because sometimes when you're working with this type of population, it can really, really get to you.
Are you Greek?
No.
You're not Greek.
I started to, but there is a chance that I still may.
Really?
Yes.
I'm not Greek either. I'm Guyanese. That's what I tell
So
folks.
most people always ask because I have a lot of Greek friends,
Mm-hmm.
but no, I never pledged.
Do you have a favorite song?
Um, I have a favorite artist,
Who's your favorite artist?
Anita Baker.
Yes, she is something special.
It's Anita Baker 1A and then Sade 1B.
Okay, okay. Two favorites of mine as well. Two favorites of mine.
Yes, I am into R&B, but
What
I
do
am
you-
an Anita Baker fan.
What do you do to relax?
I don't watch a lot of TV, only during football season. So I am an advocate UM fan and a Rattler fan. So I attend Rattler football games, and I also pretty much attend every UM home game.
Okay. What church do you go to?
I actually attend sometimes Beulah Missionary Baptist Church, which is actually my family church, which was one of my father's side of the family actually was some of the original Bahamian settlers in Coconut Grove.
You Bahamian?
My father is.
That makes you Bahamian.
Yeah.
That makes you
My
Bahamian.
mother is from Dublin, Georgia.
Okay.
But yes. So Beulah Missionary Baptist Church. It's on Flo Avenue.
In Coconut Grove?
Yes.
Okay, that's great.
Where my auntie is the pastor.
Okay. You better be in church every Sunday.
Oh, she sees me when I can make it there. Sundays I generally try to cheat and sleep because the line of work that we do, I actually work pretty much 24 hours a day,
I know.
7 days a week. Because I get the phone calls from you as well on a Sunday morning or a
Yes.
Sunday evening.
A holiday.
Yes. So,
Yes, I know. And I've gone on a ride along with you what I felt like was in the middle of the night.
yes. It's a different situation day and night. But we are going to remedy this. The city has an investment to ensure that this is.
With you as our champion, I believe you.
We can get it done.
I believe you. Well, thank you for being a guest on the Kingdom Podcast where all voices are heard.
Thank you for having me.
Love it.